絡一齊研製而成嘅，所以咧佢嘅上色程度就會咁犀利啦，而且橙色非常適合熱帶國家。
其實一食入口，你會覺得佢有啲好似新奧爾良烤雞啊。因為新奧爾良烤雞都係酸酸辣辣㗎嘛，但係最大唔同嘅就係，我覺得新奧爾良烤雞嘅酸辣程度會比較高少少，但係咧佢其實都係酸嘅，應該係嚟自嗰個乳酪嘅酸。辣味嚟講咧都有，不過呢個就唔係好辣啦。
咩係坦多利咧？其實佢就係印度類似一種窯烤嘅做法，都係會用泥膠，佢哋將雞放入去然後烤，所以佢食落係有好濃嘅炭火味。食完香噴噴嘅烤雞咧，我哋絕對唔可以錯過嘅就係印度嘅 naan。乜嘢係 naan咧？佢就好似我哋平時見到嘅烤餅。印度人其實晏晝食飯，夜晚就食 naan 嘅。
同我以前食過嘅單餅皮係完完全全唔同㗎。因為我之前食嗰啲可能會帶有少少酥脆度咁嘅，但係佢呢個咧，佢係屬於比較紮實嘅感覺，因為你咬落去咧，你會覺得佢好彈牙，而且越咬越香。食呢個咯，你一定要一直咬，咁樣佢嗰啲乳粉香就會一直咁出嚟。蝦餃醬超酷啊！
點樣啊？
一開始食嗰陣，佢係有一粒粒
個神花口味嘅雪巴，因為真係好少見，同埋我覺得雪巴同雪糕嘅口感真係唔一樣。雪巴食落感覺特別清爽，而雪糕就相對係紮實啲嘅。
係，呢度除咗有好多唔同口味嘅雪糕可以選擇之外，仲有一啲意式甜品。不如我哋揾個位坐低試下。
好啊！
好，我哋嚟到呢度當然要試下佢哋意式甜品啦。呢個就係意式捲心酥。
哇！佢睇落超飽滿咁啊！
呢個口味咧係檸檬吉士，正啊！呢個係我人生第一次食到，感覺咁特別嘅甜品啊！我覺得佢其實有啲。
Which also comes in handy to sense exactly where the ball and other players are on the pitch. Each individual cell of the lateral line contains a tiny hair called a stereocilia, fish's version of a whisker, which moves in a jelly-like substance called copula. And just like normal whiskers, fish rely on their lateral line to give them a sixth sense for what is happening around them. It's the superpower that allows them to show alongside thousands of other fish without colliding. Or in the case of Mr. Yang's prize pets, avoid being tackled, take the ball up the wing and score.
我觉得的话，他们很喜欢这个小足球啊，他们觉得因为这个金鱼它非常的胖，它吃完饭的话，我觉得得让它运动一下，然后放了一个球的话，然后它就非常喜欢的去玩。这个球场里面也可以踢球，跟人类一样，所以我觉得的话，他们从内心的话是非常快乐的。
Mr. Yang's goldfish are ranchu, an ancient breed with a prestigious Chinese heritage.
这个金鱼品种的话是来源于我们这个中国的古代，然后的话，很多这个皇帝还有高官贵族的话，就是在这个院子里面啊，皇宫，因为它这个脸是娃娃脸，然后非常的胖，然后尾巴又非常的小，然后游起来的话就是非常的慢，然后觉得非常的有趣。然后第一眼看中这个鱼的话，觉得非常可爱，所以我非常喜欢这个鱼，然后就开始养了。
Russia's Far East is a kaleidoscope of wildlife like no other, where the great tiger roams, the black bear forages, and the spotted seal strikes its favorite pose. Pearl Spectacular, Wild Russia, Friday night at 8:30 on Pearl.
Most people only have a maze filled with textures and obstacles will be an action-packed way to give Stanley the whisker workout of a lifetime. Fanning out from his cheeks, eyebrows and chin, they're his first point of contact with everything he encounters. Vibrations travel down the whiskers into skin follicles surrounded by nerve endings, sending information that's processed by the somatosensory cortex, the part of his brain allocated to sensory information. pitch dark, his whiskers would help Stanley build a detailed picture of his surroundings and decide where he can squeeze and where he can't. The closest human equivalent for the constant data provided by whiskers is the mental map we compose in our mind's eye when running our sensitive fingertips across the surfaces in a darkened room. But now the study of rats like Stanley is spearheading the intersection of biology and engineering in medical science. To explain, let's go back to the start and slow down the cameras even more. It's only in this much detail that we can appreciate just how much Stanley is actively moving his whiskers, sweeping them forward in a whisking motion to interact with the objects around him. And crucially, also scanning the space in between them. Stanley's whiskers act like an inbuilt radar scanner, allowing him to build a detailed mental map of his surroundings. It's such a sophisticated system that if macro robotics companies could successfully replicate it, it could lead to a revolution in keyhole surgery. Which means that rats like Stanley here may soon be helping to save human lives. We're discovering whiskers are one of the most vital parts of our pets' bodies. For those pets with poor eyesight, like hamster Leo, a tasty snack disappears from view up close. So those whiskers have to work overtime to keep him posted on what's going on right under his own nose. Dogs may have better eyesight, but also rely on their chin whiskers to fill in for the blind spot under their snout, while their bushy eyebrow whiskers offer extra protection for their eyes. And like all cats, our Orlando has some of the longest facial whiskers in the animal kingdom. And cats even have extra whiskers on the back of their forelegs to help them keep hold of their prey. So remember, never trim your pet's whiskers. It's the equivalent of us being made to wear a blindfold. And you might want to consider what bowl you use to feed them in, too. A bowl this small means hungry Orlando must deal with overstimulation of his whiskers if he wants his dinner, which might result in a condition called fatigue. The solution is quite simple. A bowl big enough for his head and his whiskers. Something that will benefit all our whisking pets. Cheer up, Orlando. You got
有好中意睇電視啊，阿爸唔睇啊，應該睇好耐㗎佢。
pets that don't have visible whiskers? How do they sense the world?
得意嘅，佢睇電視㗎，阿叻係。
This is the Guangdong province of southern China.
邊個整呢啲嘢啊？個死伯伯嚇！倒瀉晒啲嘢，打 㗎，伯伯好曳啊，伯伯。又要我執嘢，個死仔。唔中意食嗰啲嘢，到成地都係個死仔。整個死仔包嚟嘅。冇用啊，伯伯。伯伯係冇用啊！打死佢！冇用啊，伯伯。唔愛佢啊！我食佢。冇用啊！佢都寫晒啲嘢啊！嚇？邊度整跌晒啲嘢啊？嚇？唔中意食就倒瀉晒，冇用啊！排汁添啊，又要死仔包嚟嘅點解？